Hello YouTube, how y'all doing? So it's nighttime and you're like, oh my god Adam, it's April and you have Christmas stuff. You know what, fuck off, it's December for me. You already know this, I pre-record. And I can't give you 5 months of content without pre-recording everything at once, or trying to. It's taken me almost 3 months to get this far, okay? So relax. Give me some credit for the effort I put into this damn show. So I wanted to talk about always witching. So I just did a little working here to create a witch's ball. I've got this issue with this upstairs neighbor now. See, I get rid of these crackheads out of my place, and then all of a sudden I've got this issue with these upstairs neighbors stomping on floors, banging all the time, being fucking cunts, and it's just like, okay, well, how do I kill you? Obviously I can't. I made a banishing incense in here, which you can't really see much of. I like to use the oils that I make in my incense blend. Let's see, can I get this? This is what it looks like. It looks black, I know, but there's graveyard dirt in there, there's white sage ash, there's a few other things, and some banishing oil and some fire oil, and I just... Where is it? I just ran out of my fire oil, and I've got a huge... I know you can't see anything because it's black, but somewhere over there, on my oil thing, I have a huge... Or on my oil thing, on my other, like, little working altar space, I have a huge jar of fire oil being made. And I don't know if letting it sit for 1 month is going to be good enough because fire oil requires walnut oil. And I'm using olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. So I don't know if I'm going to need to let it sit for 2 months because for it to be really potent, you want walnut oil because you put a lot of your intentions into it, and walnuts are of the mind, of the psyche, so on and so forth. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about witching all the time. And I think I've talked about this in previous videos, and a lot of witches seem to think, or at least the ones that I've run into, that you have to be witching all the time. They see these witches on YouTube, myself, Diane, Bramble, Tequila, Amber, whatever. They see these witches, and every time, sometimes when they see a video, they see them doing magic, or they're talking about magic, or they're dealing with magic, or whatever. And it's come to the conclusion to some of these people that witches, like myself and others on YouTube, are always casting spells, always doing something. And, you know, I will be honest, in the last few days, I have been doing a lot of workings. I've been creating witch balls, so I have about 3. I have 1 you won't be able to see, 2 you won't be able to see, and a 3rd one you won't be able to see. It's not any of these. These are just Christmas decorations, but there's 1 above my door. So the one above my door keeps people the fuck away. Like, there's a little spell scroll in there that I created that basically states, you know, the people that share this space with me, stay the fuck away from my sacred space. This whole apartment, which you can't really see, Christmas tree, is my sacred space. Okay, it is all my sacred space, and the space that we share is this apartment building. So it basically, you know, makes sure that if you come and knocking at my door and you live in this building, you're gonna think twice. Like you just don't want to be here. You just get the vibes that I just don't want to be here. Okay. The other witch's ball I have is for protection. And you know me, I don't have protective circles, protective bubbles, but at this particular time, I'm dealing with some witches, quote unquote witches, fake ass bitches, who are telling me that I'm stealing content, so on and so forth. And so, you know, little protective witch's ball, whatever. The other one I have is for Miss Beautiful Mother Mary. And it's hanging above her altar. It's got herbs associated with her, some gems, some oils, and you know, her altar, which is like right here that you can't see, is used to basically protect me, protect my space, protect, you know, people coming into my place. Not like, you know, protect me in the sense of like a shield or anything, but like people coming into my space, you know, let them leave their negative bullshit at the door, so on and so forth. Okay? So I'm not always witching all the time, but when I am witching, I'm doing specific things, whether it's, you know, lighting a candle. I have a working going on in my room for something specific that I'm not going to get into or share. And, you know, witching every day doesn't have to be elaborate rituals, spells, incantations, evocations, whatever. It can be as simple as going to your various altars, lighting the candles and the appropriate incense, saying a couple prayers, or in my case, some psalm magic, or maybe it's, you know, just standing by the candle after you've lit it and putting some intentions into it, depending on the type of working you've got going on. There are days where I don't come to this altar for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days at a time. I won't even make an incense because I'm not always working magic. But when I am working magic, it's for a specific reason, and I've already done the human work ahead of time before I start doing the magic work. And I can't stress enough that people really need to start doing the human work before they start doing the magic work. Okay? And I've talked about this in previous videos. In fact, I have 5 when magic cannot help you videos. And they all basically stress you need to do the human work before you do the magical work. Okay? So I just wanted to make this quick little video just to say, you know, when you see a witch on YouTube doing a spell, talking about magic, whatever, they're not always, and we're not always doing magic. We're not always talking about spells and incantations and rituals and elaborate this and elaborate that. Sometimes, you know, we're just talking about magic to share our experiences. Like I already said, I don't always come to my altar and think of, okay, what spell am I going to do today? What ritual am I going to do today? Okay? So I hope this video kind of entertains you and gives you a little bit of glimpse into, you know, some workings. I haven't been showing any workings in the last 4 months or so. I know January was a little bit magical. I think February was a bit too. February, March wasn't so magical. I wanted to do more magical things in April, but we'll see. I've got some shadow work episodes, and I've got a couple other episodes that I want to do. And the shadow work episodes, we're mostly just going to be talking about what shadow work is to me, and journaling ideas, book of shadows prompts if you want to do some shadow work in there, and maybe a little bit of spell work. I don't know. We'll see. But I can't stress enough, the human level has to come before the magical level. Okay?